Welcome friends. Let us go to the next part of discussion of the organic chemistry. Already we had given introduction and explanatory introduction in the former class. Before going to the present session, let us have a brief idea that what we may discussed in the last class. As a brief to the last class related explanation, we made explanation related to what is the modern definition of organic chemistry and why carbon compounds are studied under the heading of organic chemistry, why carbon forms innumerable number of compounds, what are the general chemical combinations of carbon and what are the compounds formed as a result of general chemical combination of carbon with the others, and what is the use of carbon compounds in our daily life as well as in our biological life process, and what is the old definition of the organic chemistry, what is the theory and the scientist behind the old definition and the logical approach towards the old definition of organic chemistry, and what are the early organic compounds prepared in the laboratory from inorganic compounds, from its constituents elements, and how the old definition is slowly modified towards the modern definition. What makes carbon, actually what makes carbon to exhibit innumerable number of compounds is the discussion stage, and we explained the reason for this carbon to show innumerable number of compounds in three particular reasons are responsible for the innumerable number of compounds. Those are, one is the type of bond associated with the carbon, and second one is the spatial adjustment of bonds associated with the carbon, and third one is the special properties of the carbon with which it is showing innumerable number of compounds. Now once again, if we start our discussion that why carbon makes innumerable number of compounds, let us go for the explanation in connectivity. Yes, reasons for formation of innumerable number of carbon compounds are explained by three basic reasons. First one is the type of bond that is associated with carbon in organic compounds. Second one is the arrangement of bonds, and third one is special properties. If you go for the first one, yes, it forms covalent bonds. It means carbon forms covalent bond, and it is generally a combination of sigma and pi bonds. In case of carbon, it doesn't have any kind of lone pair of electrons, and there is no spare electron pair, due to which extra repulsions, unwanted repulsions may occur. Such kind of situation not arises in case of carbon, and it is strong in nature. That bond is very strong in nature. Sigma bond is strong. Sigma bond, if in its association, if it is having pi bond, once again the strength of the bond increases a lot, and it occurs due to excess overlapping, strong overlapping of the orbitals, hybridized orbitals and the atomic orbitals. It can form a varieties of situations, like the number of bonds may be 4, number of bonds may be 3, number of bonds may be 2. These are all are sigma bonds. Whereas if it is forming 4 bonds, there won't be any kind of pi bonds. If it is forming 3 bonds, there will be one pi bond. If it is forming 2 sigma bonds, and the remaining 2 are the pi bonds. Everywhere a constant same bond angle is maintained, though it is forming 4 bonds to 2 bonds, every variety of case bond angle is constant. In case of 4 bonds, that bond angle is found to be 109 degrees 28 minutes. In case of 3 bonds, it is found to be 120 degrees, and in case of 2 bonds, it is 180. Everywhere it maintains regularity. Due to this reason, no extra unwanted strain comes for the carbon atom present in any part of the chain of the molecule. As a result, it is away from the strain, away from the excess energy, away from the repulsions. Hence, there is a chance to show innumerable number of compounds, and it shows regular tetrahedron structure, it shows regular planar, trigonal planar structure, and it is linear. Linear is always a regular structure. And second part of explanation, the spatial adjustment. Whereas this particular logical regular tetrahedron adjustment of valencies, connected atoms or molecules with the carbon atom, that was a great discovery. It was done by Liebel and Want of combinations. Whereas they proved that it is not a square planar adjustment, it is regular tetrahedron. Tetrahedron adjustment also differs if four valencies are different. As a result, it offers isomers. Thus, the count number enhances extra, just like interest comes for the principal amount. In the same way, the same valencies on behalf of their orderized arrangement in three-dimensional space, their number increases because they are known as isomers. Thus, this particular regular tetrahedron adjustment of four valencies having more than one ways of arrangement in three-dimensional space also helps us to understand logically and conceptually the reason behind the carbon atom to show innumerable number of compounds. And the next part is special properties of the carbon. So these are the reasons. First reason and the second reason is spatial adjustment. Already we made the discussion. Now we will go for special properties of carbon due to which it shows innumerable number of compounds. The special properties of carbon due to which it shows innumerable number of compounds are explainable by three ways. One is catenation, second one is isomerism, and third one is ability of chemical combination. If you go for catenation, it is a special property associated with the carbon. Carbon can combine with many number of carbon atoms. Carbon linearly combines with many number of carbon atoms. This ability of an atom for its self-chemical combination, ability of an atom to combine with itself, that is self-chemical combination with the same atom, is known as catenation. That catenation ability of carbon is very high. It doesn't feel any kind of excess strain, excess energy, due to which that link never be broken. It can form any number of carbon atoms, even hundreds together carbon atoms can be linked with one another in continuation. Due to this special property which has termed as catenation, the carbon compounds are very huge in number. It may be 100 atoms carbon chain is there, it may be 99 atoms carbon chain is there, it may be 1-2 carbon atoms carbon chain is there. Any range of carbon chain can be prepared because carbon never retires from the self combination with the other carbon atom, though it is forming any lengthy chain. Such particular special ability of carbon of its self combination is known as catenation property. Due to this catenation property, it shows maximum number of compounds, innumerable number of compounds. Catenation, the self-chemical combination of atom is known as catenation, and this catenation power of carbon is very highest because carbon forms strengthened interaction with the other carbon atom because it forms a sigma bond that is formed by overlapping of hybridized orbitals, that is huge excess overlapping is present. And another reason to show this catenation is carbon atom is very small in size. When carbon atom is small in size, when it involves in chemical combination with the other carbon atom which is also small in size, the atoms, internuclear distance between the atoms will be smaller, which is known as bond length. Bond length is smaller implies bond energy is more due to maintaining of higher bond energy. One is its size is small, second one is it participates in overlapping of atomic orbitals which are of hybridized in situation. Due to these two reasons, excess overlapping and the lesser size leads to the formation of strengthened interactions between the atoms, that is carbon is forming strengthened sigma bonds. That sigma bond is so strengthened that it can be repeated for any number of times. Due to this reason, it forms many number of compounds, and this particular reason is said to be what? Catenation ability. And second one is isomerism. Yes, with the same molecular formula, it can adjust in many number of ways. Everything is having its own properties. Either it may have its own physical properties which are different from the other. It may have its own chemical properties different from the other having the same formula. It may have both varieties of different physical as well as chemical properties. Thus, compounds are appears to be same as per molecular formula is concerned, but they are differed. Such kind of many number of compounds are existing on a simple formula. Thus, these of all are known as isomers. We will feel as per formulas are counted one, but whereas that formula is including many number of compounds, all are known as isomers, all are different, all are individual own characteristic properties containing compounds. Hence, the carbon compounds number is increasing. Isomerism. Different compounds with same formula are known as isomers to one another. They differ at either physical properties or at chemical properties or at both properties. Such kind of compounds existing with the same molecular formula but having different either at physical, chemical or at both properties are said to be isomers to one another. Thus, many number of isomers are possible with the same formula. Thus, number of carbon compounds are increasing. Let us go for the isomers formed by the 5 carbons combination, that is alkane system, that is C5H12 pentane related isomers. Let us have an explanation related to the isomers existing with the formula C5H12, which are pentane and the pentane derivatives. See, in case of pentane system C5H12, I can write all 5 carbon atoms in straight line. That is, C5H12 is obtained in which every carbon maximum is connected to the 2 carbons, minimum is connected to 1 carbon, carbon connected to 1 carbon. This carbon connected for both ends with the 2 carbons, 2 carbons, 2 carbons, and the last one is connected with the 1 carbon. These of all are said to be what? N-pentanes. Whereas here I can replace one carbon in such a way that I can write it as 5 plus 0 model, and this one is 4 plus 1 model. 4 are on straight line and remaining one carbon, that is one methyl group, can be kept on any of the carbon. If I kept at the terminal, it will becomes equal to once again the initial one. Thus I am keeping that one at the mid of the chain, that is second carbon or the third carbon. Second and third both are same. Hence this will becomes equal to 2-methyl butane system. Whereas I can write this one in the model of 3 plus 2 model. 3 plus 2 model implies 3 are on the straight chain, 2 are as branches. Now it is 5 plus 0 model. It is 4 plus 1 model, and this is 3 plus 2 model. Whereas here 3 are on the straight chain. If I write at the ends, it becomes equal to 4. Both ends it becomes 5. Hence I have to write at the middle. 2 are to be present on the middle. That's what here 2 methyl groups on the middle carbon atom. That results into 2,2-dimethyl propane. This is different, this is different, this is different. But all of them are having a common similarity in them. That is, same molecular formula is present. Hence, these of all are known as what? Isomers. Whereas properties of this one will be different. If I go for physical properties like melting point. Melting point, here this N-pentane, 2-methyl butane and 2,2-dimethyl propane, if you look at, it is having bigger size. It offers long, that is strengthened van der Waals interactions, otherwise more number of van der Waals interactions. It becomes spherical. Compared to this, it is more spherical. The three-dimensional space decreases for this one. As a result, it offers less number of van der Waals interactions with the others. So therefore, what will happen is boiling point is decreasing as branching increases. Thus here what happens is, here this is having higher boiling point, this is having medium boiling point, and the last one is having very less boiling point. Thus, on naming compound, first one as A, second one as B, third one as C, corresponding spherical nature increases. The surface area available for molecule decreases. As a result of surface area decreases, number of van der Waals interactions with others decreases. More interactions, more will be the boiling point, more attractions with the others. Less surface area, spherical, less surface area, less interactions, lesser the force of attractions with the others, hence lesser the boiling point. Boiling point of A is greater than B is greater than C. Thus, physical properties are different. We can show chemical properties different. Some cases we can show physical and chemical properties different. This is one molecular formula, but it is having how many compounds? 3 compounds. Thus, appears to be one, but it is combination of many. That's what innumerable number of carbon compounds are present. As one step ahead of these particular isomers, in these certain compounds consisting of carbons of one variety and the compound 1 carbons and compound 2 carbons are different. Here every carbon maximum connected to 2, minimum connected to 1, but here there is a carbon connected to 3 carbons. Maximum is 3, but here there is a carbon which is connected to 4 carbons. Thus, connectivity is associated with the carbon differs. Hence, connectivity differs occurs due to this reason they are acting as different compounds. Such kind of isomers are said to be structural isomers, otherwise constitutional isomers. That is, isomers differed at bond connectivities. Isomers differed at carbon-carbon connectivities are said to be constitutional isomers. Not only carbon with the other atom. Here, carbon with the carbons are there, carbon-carbon connectivities are different. Such kind of isomers in which there is a difference as per connectivity stands for bond difference are known as constitutional isomers. Otherwise, the other name of the constitutional isomers is structural isomers. Look at a new case of isomers. These are not the constitutional isomers because every carbon maintains the same logic, same connectivities. Carbon connected with 1, carbon connected with 1. This carbon connected with 2, this carbon is also connected with 2. Carbon connected with 2 entities, 2 carbons, carbon connected with 1. But they differed at 3-dimensional space due to restricted rotation of carbon-carbon bond. Thus, here what we can feel is their geometry, their spatial arrangement in 3 dimensions is different. Due to that reason, they are having difference in properties. Such kind of compounds are also known as isomers. Those isomers are special case of isomers that is known as geometrical isomers. If you look at the formula of the compounds is carbon is 4, hydrogen is 8, C4H8 is present in both the cases. Every carbon atom of first and every carbon atom of second molecule are same. They are connected with the same number of other carbon atoms. But though they are maintaining same connectivity, they are different in spatial adjustment of groups connected with a restricted rotation. Due to this one, their spatial adjustment is different. Hence, these are known as special type of isomers. Isomers are of special type, and this is known as geometrical isomerism. Yes, isomers which are differed in spatial adjustment due to restricted rotation of carbon-carbon connectivities in association with having difference in properties are known as geometrical isomers. So we feel as per formula is concerned one compound, but it is not one compound, it is 2 compounds. Now I can write another one compound which is also isomer. That isomer is said to be structural isomers. If I write 2 methyls and 1 carbon, one side of the double bond, that will be different from these two. For these two, that particular new structure will becomes a structural isomers. That is not the geometrical isomer. That will becomes as a structural isomer. As we made explanation here, I wrote another one compound in which 2 methyls are present on the same carbon atom. Here this carbon is connected to 3 carbons. There is no carbon which is connected to 3 carbons. Connectivity is different. Hence, C becomes structural isomers to A as well as B. Thus A and B are geometrical isomers. A with C, otherwise B with C makes a isomerism relation, and that isomer is structural isomer. Let us go for a special case of isomerism in which carbon is connected with four different groups PQRS. Here S is not stands for the sulfur, S is one valency. Whereas if I keep one valence as constant at the same positions, remaining three can be adjusted in such a way that here PQR making anti-clockwise, here PQR making clockwise. See, the orientation of groups in the three-dimensional space is different. Relative arrangement of valencies is different. But whereas connectivities are same, and also there is no restricted rotation, by maintaining same connectivity without having any kind of restricted rotation, due to their relative adjustment, due to difference in the relative adjustment, they are differed in properties as well as optical activity. Such kind of isomers are said to be optical isomers. So these are also isomers maintaining same formula. Suppose in this case carbon connected with 1p, 1q, 1r and 1s, both are having same molecular formula, but they are differed at the optical rotational value and some of their optical properties. Hence such kind of compounds are also known as isomers. These isomers are known as optical isomers. Thus with the same formula there may be structural difference, structural isomers, that is connectivity difference, connectivity isomers or constitutional isomers. Connectivity though may remains same, three-dimensional space adjustment, three-dimensional adjustment may be differed. Those of all are known as geometrical isomers. Though same connectivity and they are having no restricted rotation, but their relative adjustment offers different optical values, different optical measured values. Such kind of compounds are differed in reactivity with respect to the another optical active compound. Such kind of isomers are known as optical isomers. Thus for same formula you may have any variety of isomers. Thus it appears to be formula 1, but it is having many number of compounds with different varieties of properties. Thus innumerable number of carbon compounds are occurring. Due to its high catenation power, it can form a macromolecule, it can form a polymer, it can form within the structure many varieties of others having different varieties of properties. Due to these reasons there are innumerable number of carbon compounds. And another one reason is carbon can chemically combines with the other atoms. Thus the bond strength of carbon with the carbon in respect to, if you look at other atoms, also maintains a valence strength. That's what every atom connected with the carbon is maintaining a good strength. That is not a weak bond, that is a strong bond. As being relatively it is maintaining strong bonds with many of the atoms, its connectivity enhances. Its connectivity enhances from number 1 to any number, infinity number. Thus it is showing many number of compounds. Yes, for the last case, ability of carbon chemical combination with the other elements. These of all are belonging to, except hydrogen, these of all are belonging to same period having minimum size, and compared to nitrogen these are having lesser in size. So carbon nitrogen bond, carbon oxygen bond, carbon halogen bond, here atom size is decreasing, still decreasing, and the least size is maintained for the halogen. If I go for the third period, nitrogen derivative, that is successive element of nitrogen, phosphorus, and the successive element of the oxygen, sulfur, also forms interactions with the carbon, but these are rare interactions. Everywhere with the second period elements, most of the more electronegative second period elements, that is carbon and after carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine and all halogen elements are forming strengthened interactions with the carbon. Due to this reason it can enhance its particular number, and moreover nitrogen can shows catenation to certain extent, oxygen shows little extension of catenation, whereas halogen does not shows any variety of catenation because its valency is 1, whereas oxygen maximum shows its valency as 2 and nitrogen maximum shows its valency as 3. Due to this reason also carbon when connected with nitrogen, there may be a connectivity of nitrogen with the nitrogen. There are little number of compounds in which two oxygen atoms are connected with one another and the other end of oxygen can be connected with the carbons. Like this, we are having number of compounds because the bond strength of carbon with the other connectivities which are experimentally obtained are also having good strength of interaction. It maintains a good strength with the hydrogen, good strength with the carbon, and the strengths with the nitrogen and oxygen and halogen are also good. Similarly, it can maintain somewhat good strength with the phosphorus and sulfur also. Due to this reason, carbon connectivities are many varieties. Carbon connectivities are extendable. The connectivities can be replicated. That's what it shows, innumerable number of compounds. Thus, as a conclusion, what we can say is carbon can form strengthen, relatively strengthen interactions with the elements like hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and all varieties of halogen, followed by somewhat strengthen interactions with the phosphorus as well as sulfur. Due to this reason, there are innumerable number of carbon compounds. Let us go for the next part, that is properties of organic compounds. We feel organic compounds are a special case due to their majority. Then what are the properties, in which way they are different from the other compound properties present in the chemistry literature? Before going to that one, we should be very clear about the type of bond, type of interaction that is existing between the carbon and the other atoms and the carbon atoms also. Here we came to know one conclusion, that carbon always readily forms a sigma bonds, that is covalent bonds with the other carbon atoms and with the other atoms. Due to this reason, it is forming different varieties of compounds. Innumerable compounds came with different functional groups. Thus organic chemistry is evolved and established. Thus here one thing is very clear, that the type of interactions in the organic compounds are covalent interactions, and basically the bond is sigma bond, and sometimes it may be a combination of sigma and pi bonds. So as being it is sigma bond, then in which way it reflects the sigma bond presence, how the sigma bond presence is reflected in its properties like solubility, melting points, reactivity, and these things. Let us have a discussion. Yes. Organic compounds are essentially covalent in nature and is formed by the overlapping of hybridized orbitals that generally includes either sigma bonds or a combination of sigma and pi bonds, and it is possible by mutual donation followed by what? Sharing of electron pair between them. Due to these reasons, in generally what happens is they are either having little polarity or in some cases they are not having any kind of polarity. Let us go for the generalized version. Everywhere sigma bond is formed between the similar atoms. As a result, there won't be much polarity, otherwise it is having less polarity. Due to this less polarity, one molecule feels independent from the other. The interaction with molecule of one with the molecule of other will be very small. As a result, intermolecular force of attraction between molecules will be small. As a result, they will be maintaining relatively lower melting points as well as the lower boiling points. Second one, solubility. Solubility, generally organic compounds are insoluble in water because they are non-polar in nature. Whereas they are generally soluble in non-polar solvents like organic solvents, ethyl acetate, hexane, acetone, etc. Whereas reactivity, if you go, we are feeling that these are molecules formed by the sigma bond. Sigma bond is strong bond. There won't be any kind of dispersion of the charges. Due to this reason, what happens, whenever it is involved in chemical reactions, one bond has to be activated, then it has to be broken, then it has to be generate the ions, positive, negative, or the radicals. Thus, it takes a lot of time. Hence, the speed of reaction, that is reactivity, the speed of reaction in which chemical components are involved is small. Hence, we can feel that due to less intermolecular force of attraction, these are having lesser melting points and boiling points, these are having less solubility, but there is a special case. If it is associated with polar functional groups like alcohols, acids, nitrogen containing amines, and many varieties of functional groups combination, as a result it offers a good polarity, then it can be soluble in water like solvents, polar solvents also. Carbohydrates are soluble, amines are soluble, amino acids are soluble like this. Reactivity is generally less because it involves covalent bond, it involves sigma bond between atoms, elements, atoms of the substituents, atoms of the compound involved in chemical combination linked with the strengthened interaction, that is sigma bond. To break that, it requires much energy, thus relative chemical reactivity is less, relative solubility in water like solvents is less, but relative melting and boiling points are less because of weak intermolecular force of attractions. Yes, that is inverse. IMFA, intermolecular force of attraction, is less because they are less polar. As a result, they are having lesser melting as well as boiling points. As being they are associated with less polarity, they are less soluble in water-like solvents, polar solvents, but they are soluble in non-polar solvents. Solubility in water increases if it is associated with polar functional groups, or many number of polar functional groups, or a combination of many functional groups which are having major polarity. Thus, compounds like carbohydrates, amines, amino acids are generally soluble in water. Whereas reactivity includes strengthened interaction, non-polarity, proper sharing of electron density is there, breaking of bond requires a lot of energy. Thus, it takes time. Thus, the speed of reactions in which organic components involved is generally less. Thus, they maintains slow rate, otherwise very less rate in transformations compared to the other compounds of the chemistry literature. As a whole of the second class or the present class, we made explanation related to the reasons for formation of innumerable compounds of carbon. That includes corresponding bond related information, spatial arrangement related information, and the special properties, which includes logically the isomers and the catenation property, valency, followed by the general polarity associated in the organic molecules. As a consequence, its general properties like solubility, what happens, and the reactivity, what happens, what will be the physical state of organic compounds. As a general word, what we can say regarding its physical states and its melting and boiling points related information is discussed in detailed fashion. In the next class, we discuss the general terminology used in the organic compounds. While representing organic compounds, what are the general terminologies are used and how to identify what is the meaning of that one and how it will reflect in structure, in understanding these things, we will make an elaborate discussion.